Amalekites came and attacked the Israelites at Rephidim. Moses said to Joshua, "Choose some of our men and go out to fight the Amalekites. Tomorrow I will stand on top of a hill with the staff of God in my hands." So Joshua fought the Amalekites as Moses had ordered, and Moses, Aaron, and Hur went to the top of the hill. As long as Moses held up his hands, the Israelites were winning. But whenever he lowered his hands, the Amalekites were winning. When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on one side and one on the other, so that his hands remained steady till sunset. So Joshua overcame the Amalekite army with the sword. You may be seated. And for a title, if I had to give this one today, the title that I gave it was Hands Down, Man Down. Hands down, man down. When I was a kid, I really wanted to play basketball like MJ, Magic, or Larry Bird, but I couldn't. I just didn't have the skills to do it. So when little Clem came and said that he wanted to play, I had to brush up on what I knew about the game so I could help him. See, I wanted him to be better than I was when he started playing. I found drills for him to do, and I talked to him about what every job was on the court. Everybody had a job to do. But the one thing that seemed to stick was hands down, man down. Anytime he heard that, it was like something clicked and he became Gary the Glove Payton. His defense just went on up. He would be able to defend anybody. Well, while I was studying my word, God brought to my attention Exodus 17, where Moses is told for the children of Israel to win, he has to keep his hands raised. If you are like me, you probably are asking some questions right now. If your hands are up, how can you win a fight? I'll answer that in a little bit. If your hands are up for so long, won't they get tired? I'll answer that too. And lastly, if you are focused on keeping your hands up, you can't focus on the war. Hopefully, I'll answer that as well. Let me get to my first point. My first point is stay in position. Stay in position. Moses was told to go and get in position for Israel's first battle after getting free. Now, let me give you a little backstory. Moses at this point is over 80 years old. So why do I bring that up? Yeah, you ain't got no time limit on what you can do. Don't say you too old to go and do a battle. Over 80 years old, but Moses in his first battle with the children of Israel. Moses stood in a place that was far enough away that he couldn't be hit with an arrow, but close enough that the warriors could see him. Sometimes when we go into battle, we need to do the same thing, get into that sweet spot where we can't get shot, but still be visible. We need to be able to be visible so folks can understand that we are still praising the Lord and doing what we're supposed to do. Get in position. Stay in position. The other thing about getting into position is that sometimes you have to do for folks that get on your nerves. Look at earlier in the chapter, the children of Israel was grumbling about not having water. Go to verse 1 through 3 in chapter 17. The whole Israelite community set out from the desert of Sin, traveling from place to place as the Lord commanded. They camped at Rephidim, but there was no water for the people to drink. So they quarreled with Moses and said, "Give us water to drink." These folks got mad at him. He got them out of slavery, got them into freedom, got out there on their own. Now they mad at him. Sometimes you got to do for folks that don't like you. You got to get in position for folks that ain't on your team all the time. Now, Moses could have got an attitude and said that he wasn't going to go up on no hill, and I sure ain't holding my hands up in the air for nobody. This is what my mama would have said, you cutting your nose off to spite your face. I'm sorry, let me end that with syndrome. Everything is a syndrome. You got to end it with a syndrome. He would be put to death with everyone else if he would have not went up on the hill and put his hands up. So getting in and staying in position is important. We have to do it regardless of what's going on around us. Don't get upset with folks because they mad at you. Don't be mad with folks because they don't want to hear what you're saying. Your job is not to make them do anything. Your job is just to pour in, and when it sets up, God will raise it up. Don't worry about the rest. Just get in position and do what you're supposed to do. Now, let me get to my second point. This is my favorite point. Get some strong spiritual friends to help you. See, a lot of us still hanging out with them same folks that we was hanging out with when we was at the club. I'm sorry, I'm talking to this group back here. Back in the day when you was out kicking it and doing everything, them the same folks you still hanging out with. You got to get you some good, strong friends. Let's put this into example. Moses is over 80 going into a battle. I'm telling you, I tried to do this sermon at home like this. I said, I'm going to do it like this, Lord. I'm going to preach with my hands up like Moses was on that hill, from sunrise to sunset. And then God proved a point to me. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to stand up here for a long period of time with your hands in the air. I did it at home for 28 minutes and 32 seconds. My arms started shaking. My shoulders started hurting. And all of a sudden, my lower back started. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't supposed to be happening. I ain't 80 yet. God told me that's why I had him have some friends along with him. Come here, preacher. Come here. Put the Bible down. Put hands up. His hands is up. And I want you to see this. When her and Aaron were with him, they had him one on one side, one on the other. And they was holding his arms up when he got tired. But watch what happens if you ain't got the right folks next to you. They get in your ear. Ooh, this battle is almost over. Ooh, we gonna lose. My arms is tired. Ain't your arms tired? You might as well drop your arms because we done for. Let's run. Thank you, preacher. Thank you. If you got folks saying the wrong things in your ear, you'll give up on the battle. You won't stay in position to do what you're supposed to do. When you get fatigued, when you get tired, you need folks that's pouring into you and saying the positive that you need to hear to keep your arms up just a little bit longer. Moses just needed to keep his arms up until sunset. He just needed to do that till sunset, and the victory was his. You need somebody that's going to be by your side to hold your arms up just that little bit longer. And when you get tired, they kick a rock underneath you so you can sit down, but still hold your arms up. I want you to understand, get the right people around you, circle yourself with positivity, and get away from these negative folks. Now let me get to my third point. Sometimes you have to look away from the battle so you can win the war. Sometimes you have to look away from the battle so you can win the war. Let me flip it around on you. I want to take it down on the battlefield from Moses. Moses is in position. Moses is doing what he's supposed to do. But now the ones that are on the battlefield are swinging a sword around, fighting folks close combat, doing what they're supposed to do. Just in the midst of all of that bloodshed, all of things that's going on, getting swung at, punched, hit, beat, when they are looking away and looking at Moses on top of that hill doing that simple act of holding his hands up, they forget just for that second that they're in a war. And they can redirect their energy. They can say, I see the Lord on top of the hill. I'm looking up to where my help comes from. I see where my God is, and I see that he's giving Moses strength to stand up there for me. And if he can do that, I can stay in this fight and do my part too. That simple act that the warriors did, that was a simple thing. It was kind of simple like a pencil. Oh, y'all didn't? Oh, I'm sorry. Like a magician. Like a pencil. A simple little pencil. You can do a whole bunch with a little pencil. Did you know that? Oh, you ain't know. I see this side over here. Y'all don't think you can do that much with a pencil, do you? I see you. You can do a whole bunch with this little bitty pencil. Let me share with you what you can do with it. I ain't got none, but I heard women can hold their hair up with a pencil. Watch where I'm going. You can take this pencil and push it under a door and hold the door open. You could take this pencil and do a bunch of different things. When I was a kid, I took this pencil and got a date. Y'all try to figure out how I got a date with this pencil? This is how I got it. Baby, tell them what I did. I went and put on the paper. I said, do you want to go out to dinner with me? Circle yes or no. Gave her the pencil. She circled yes. I said, where do you want to go to, Dairy Queen or Pizza Hut? Because that's all I can afford. Circle which one. See, a pencil can do a whole bunch. A pencil can do a whole bunch. Pencil can do a bunch. This little simple thing can do a bunch. That's what God wants us to be. Understand that the simple things, you don't have to make it difficult. You don't have to do nothing crazy with it. Just do something simple so that you can go out and bless somebody. You want to be able to bless somebody so that they can get a leg up, so they can get some help. I want to do something simple, just little simple things. Oh, the last thing with this pencil. And I tried my best. I looked all over the house. I couldn't find it. I tried to find a tape. You remember when you were going out on dates, you make them little love tapes? And you pull it out the recorder, and the ribbon be all down on the ground. You take the pencil, what you do? That little simple pencil could fix that, couldn't it? You just roll it till that tape rips back up, and then you put it back in, hit record and play at the same time. That's what we want to do for God. I want to take the simple that he gives me. God didn't tell Moses to do nothing extraordinary. He said, just hold your hands up. Just stand on top of that hill and hold your hands up, and I'll give you the victory. I'll give you the victory. See, we got to stop letting Satan get you out of position and convincing you that you look crazy with your hands up, because he wants to take you out. He wants to lull you off to sleep so you give up. He'll hit you with little bitty things to get you comfortable to stop and to give up and to say, I can't make it. This ain't going to work. I can't do it. Satan is attacking you all the time. Let me give you, for instance, let me give you an example. I got to go back to my big mama. My big mama told me when she was a young lady, her job was to go out and get the chicken, cut his head off, and cook it for the family. She said the best tasting chicken was the one that was calm when you killed it. Now, I know that. Look, I'm just taking her word for it. I ain't know. But she said what she would do is every day she'd get the little weight, put it on the chicken's neck, hold it down, and pet it and talk to it. Oh, y'all act like I'm crazy. I'm making a point. Watch what Satan does. She would go every day, put that weight on that chicken's neck, and just pet it and talk to it. It's okay, chicken. It's okay. It's okay, chicken. And then she'd take the weight off, let him run away. She'd go grab him the next day, put the weight on his neck, get back to petting. It's okay, chicken. It's okay. She said when she first would start, the chicken's heart would be coming out his chest. Boom, 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 boom. But she said by about 2 weeks in, she had to do it for about 2 weeks. By the end of that second week, that chicken would come over to her, almost put the weight on his own neck, and wait for her to pet him. She would train the chicken to kill itself. Satan is training you to kill yourself. Stop allowing him to lull you off and get you into a comfortable spot away from God. Sometimes you got to get uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to be in an uncomfortable position to win your victory. Sometimes you got to say, I'm not going to stay in this position with a weight on my neck. I'm going to get uncomfortable and say that God is my God. The I am that I am, the one that created me and knows all about me, is there for me and will help me in my victory. When everybody else is against me, I don't have to worry. I don't have to sweat. I don't have to give up because I know that God is real. I want you to understand that we serve an awesome and mighty God. We serve a God that just wants simple things, just simplicity. Nothing too difficult. You ain't got to go roll down a hill and do cartwheels back up the hill. You don't have to go and run miles and miles. Just stand with your hands up. If you've never given your life to God, let me help somebody do their stretches so they can get prepared to get in position. God just wants you to love him. He doesn't ask you to do anything more. Confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Jesus is Lord and Savior in your life, and salvation is yours. Simplicity. He didn't ask for everything. He didn't ask you to do extra and above and all that. Just a simple act of showing, I love you, Lord, will help you to get to the promised land.